a real like social hour. Like this feels like a meeting friends at a bar.
That's
Truly.
the whole point of this
Delicious
show. I need my friend because I'm very lonely. Oh, I don't know about y'all, but I need a
delicious
drink. Welcome to Drinking with Dory. It me, Dory. What am I drinking? Let me grab this very fancy wine cooler Instapot with this is the expensive ice to show you what I'm drinking. Killer Quail wines. It is the 2019 Chenin Blanc. It is a delicious white wine from Northern California. It's really bright and it's like really, really dry, which I like. A little funky, and I love like a funky wine because I'm a funky kind of girl. But why exactly am I drinking this? All will be revealed in a moment. First, I want to welcome my guests. Tonight, I have professional dancer, choreographer, and teacher of people like me. It's Mr. Jordan Washington. Welcome. Oh, jazz hands.
Hello. I know, I had to.
Next up, we have comedian and writer and probably has the most luscious head of hair I've seen in a good long while. It is Lida Darmian.
Hello, I didn't know how to here.
And last but not least, a winemaker and the owner of Killer Quail Wines, Sara Morgenstern. Come on in.
Hi.
Baby. Woo. Hi, mama. I say mama because this is now my bottle and I like suckle at it like it's your Jordan, what you drinking on?
I'm a big Christmas fanatic and I love eggnog, and I can't find it anywhere in France, so I decided I'd do an eggnog drink. What had happened was I made the drink first and then I looked it up to see if it was already a drink. Turns out it was. So it's called Santa's Magic Potion, and it's eggnog and Bailey's, but we turned it up a little bit and added like this much white rum, and this is number 2, so here we go. Oh, and there's like nutmeg and whipped cream is what it's called.
Festive. Lita, darling, what you drinking on?
So I am a big whiskey girl, especially in the winter, but at the last minute I was like, I want to be fun. I've seen a previous episode. I don't want to repeat a drink. So I made a pickle gin martini. It's a pickletini. It's a double.
In a recycled jar, which I appreciate.
This is gin, dry vermouth, and then pickle juice.
Sara, you're getting high on your own supply?
I'm getting high on my own supply. I made 3 wines. I made a sparkling, a white, and a red. And I made more red than I did white in the sparkling. So anytime I drink my own wines, I drink the red because I just have more inventory of it. This is the Zin. And I think when people think of Zinfandel, they think like dad wine, like big, boozy, for lack of a better term, tits out, like high alcohol. It's just like a very voluptuous.
So people call
that's an industry term.
Wow.
That's an industry term.
Zinfandel's moment.
Yeah.
Jordan, I loved, because you no longer live here, taking your dance classes, especially your dance aerobics classes, and especially because like you would end so many of your classes with the joyful song from Sister Act.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
yes.
without even seeing it, I feel so much joy.
Yeah.
Hey.
So I was wondering if you could take us to church real quick and just lead us in a very brief, impassioned sermon about our drinks. We're gonna add in some organ, like.
I'm not gonna judge Lita because she's drinking pickle juice, because maybe where Lita comes from, they only have pickles. Am I right, congregation?
Amen.
Yes.
We're not gonna judge Sara because she's drinking her own stock, because you know what? These are hard times, you know? You gotta do what you gotta do to get through. That's the keyboard again.
Yes.
I'm so thankful for Dory and bringing us all together, getting us wasted on the Lord's nectar.
Wasted on the Lord's nectar.
You know, to us and to a higher power. Lita Pita, you are part of one of the best comedy troupes this side of the Mason-Dixon, kids these days. They're just like a solid group of folks, and they're super, super funny. And you guys tour around the country a fair amount, and I wanted to know like who you thought is like the biggest partier in your troupe.
I can't say me, right?
You can say you.
So,
I've heard stories, okay? Like, don't play.
me is one of them for sure. Something that our whole group is very good at is like rallying and partying after our shows. Plant the seeds, and then I say, so-and-so wants to go to another place. Should we go? They really want to go. I think we're all going. And then
Oh my God, you literally just make it up.
Yeah. But I'm just putting out ideas that people do want to do. They just don't know until I name it.
You're inceptioning that.
And famously, as my senior high school class slogan when I ran for student government, let Lita be your leader. And baby, she won. So,
Speaking of high school, Sarah and I went to high school together. And from where I'm sitting, I think it's pretty fair to say that you were like #1 horse girl in our class.
What is a horse girl? Like having a big ass?
I wish. Girl.
if so, then I am a horse girl, if that is what that is.
It's a girl that is defined almost solely by her deep love of horses. I know it sounds reductive. It sounds so very simplistic.
I remember seeing you like literally ride a horse down the street near our high school.
Fair.
There's Lisa Frank horse girls and like barn horse girls, and I was a barn horse girl.
Wow.
And this is consistent across America, this horse situation.
Have you ever been intoxicated on a horse?
The first time I ever got high in my life was on a horse.
No kidding.
There was a truck stop on I-75, with a tiki hut, and we rode the horses there. I remember we smoked somehow. I don't remember how on the way riding the horses home. And I remember being like, oh, this is autopilot now because did Jesus take the reins because the trees smell like the color purple.
Oh, fun fact. I just realized that there's a horse on my shirt.
He's a horse girl. He's a horse girl.
But now we're going to take a trip across the pond to France. Because you were on one of my favorite shows, House Hunters International. You worked with my favorite realtor probably of the whole international series. And you also got to get a drink with her. So
She's
like, what was it like, kikiing with her?
She's super cool. I was like, we're going to be friends after this. And of course, like when we shot it, I tell you, 3 weeks after we shot it.
Delicious.
My goal was always to get on HGTV, whether it be like House Hunters or Fixer Upper, and I knew I was never going to move to Texas, so.
Lita, you were also on TV. Bring the funny.
The one season show on NBC, summertime, never to be renewed, I'm sure. It was a competition show to find like the funniest insert here.
But there were also judges.
Yes.
And I would like you to tell me, if you could, like, how they smelled. Did they smell good?
I love that you think I got close enough to them to smell.
You didn't get to smell any of them?
No.
Was the host Amanda Seales?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I remember that.
We got closest to her. We were like closest to her.
What did she smell like?
Honestly, incredible, and she looks so gorgeous.
Let's wrap this up, shall we? What are we cheersing to / plugging Jordan?
Cheers to being able to see my family for Christmas in the middle of a pandemic. That was like a truly like a blessing. So cheers to that.
I love that.
I will cheers to taking time, this horrible time that we've had to be in, but to take that time to find things that you're like, I guess I have time to do this now. I never thought I would do this. Cheers to that. Hopefully by this time I will have written a pilot. So cheers to that.
Sarah, darling, longtime friend, first time guest.
So with the killer quail wines that we've been talking about, they came out in the fall. The reception's been amazing. There's a little bit of them left. So I would love to plug those because once those are gone, I get to come out with a new label in the spring, which is with me and a really good girlfriend who's an amazing winemaker. It's called Little Trouble.
So wait, once this
Killer Quail was one time. I already have a full-time job where I manage a winery, but I'm not making wine as much as I want to. So I made my wine starting in the spring. My wine. So starting in the spring, my new venture in my life is going to be Little Trouble. So that's going to be like Killer Quail is basically going to turn into Little Trouble.
I am cheersing to you for being my friends. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Do you have a mom? Do you have a dad? I know I said in a previous episode maybe that it's not for parents, this show, but like if they're down, send it to them.
Yes.
And they'll send it to their friends and just say it's a chain letter.
Yeah.
Just a chain letter and they'll send it around. It works.
It's something about a Nigerian prince, probably.
Yes. I am the Nigerian prince.
Wait, is this one of those things where you go link or subscribe and you point to it?
There better be something at the tip of all of our fingers.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm
Like, can we all point
always.
to like the corner or something?
Or just point in various directions. Also, follow the show on Instagram at Drinkin' with Dory. And I'm gonna pour one out for y'all in my mouth. Right now. This has been Drinkin' with Dory, and I'm Dory.